What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with Tactical Gaming, bringing you guys another video on proof that this Biden family is corrupt. But not only that, it comes to show that rules for thee, but not for me, is a very, very high standing right now when it comes to either Democrats. It comes to the Clintons, the Bidens, and anyone else of high social standing. Because if me or you were to get caught with drugs, hookers, and evading paying our taxes, not only will we be charged with one, but we'd get all three and get the maximum count. But not if you're Hunter Biden. Now, pretty sure you should have seen this because this was like days ago. But I said, hey, fuck it. Why not? Because this is just ridiculous. And honestly, I'm going to give my take on it.
News regarding the president's son, Hunter.
Yeah.
Hunter Biden apparently has reached a tentative deal with federal prosecutors to plead guilty to two minor tax crimes and admit to the facts of a gun charge under terms that would likely keep him out of jail. That's according to the Washington
But not you or me. Oh no, not you or me.
As of today, Tuesday, June 20th, 2023, Hunter Biden, age 53, might appear in court to enter
a 53-year-old grown-ass man being saved by daddy. Man, having money must be nice, right? Well, I mean, people like you and me, we don't have that kind of money. We don't have that kind of, protection plan to where if we're all cracked out and we're ditching guns and trash cans across the street from schools and supermarkets, hey, we'll get in trouble and all that. And with the deal he made, basically, within a few years, he'll be able to, purchase a gun legally again. But, like, for someone like you and me, we would completely and totally lose our rights to purchase a firearm ever again. Now, this goes to show that Joe Biden does not care about gun control, like how him and his Dems like to say, oh, we need to stop these guns. Joe, through the stupidity of your crackhead child, someone's kid could have got a hold of a gun. Someone's kid could have accidentally shot themselves, their friend, or someone at their school. Or maybe one of their relatives or something. And or, hey, some criminal could have got a hold of that gun and, did some really bad things with it. But, hey, once again, rules for thee and not for me going on with the Joe Bidens and the Clintons and all this other kind of bullshit.
On that, any proposed deal, I'm reading now, any proposed deal would have to be approved by a federal judge. It's not immediately clear as to whether or not Hunter Biden might appear in court to enter his guilty plea. That's what was breaking right now. In a nutshell, that is the headline, Dana.
$250,000 fine is what he got. That's it. Literally, that's it. $250,000. It's like a drop in the bucket to the Bidens.
Saying that to Keith Kincaid, the clerk's office, that this is the decision that's been made, and pretty remarkable because for so long the White House has insisted that Hunter never did anything wrong.
Yeah, see, I love how it says plea with tax and gun case. The dude was also doing drugs.
The White House were waiting for a response.
But no, they don't want to throw drugs in there.
Hoping that we will get one.
So we have known for some time, or at least it's been reported, that Biden's team, Hunter Biden's team, has said that he had paid the back taxes to the IRS. And our legal minds have told us that oftentimes in these cases, when you pay your back taxes, it's essentially admission of guilt. So if you were to go before the judge would be lenient on you because you essentially did your time in terms of paying the money, and you could avoid jail time because of that.
Right. And that is also in accordance with what you were talking about, the minor gun charge. Remember, this
minor gun charge. Minor.
Permit, but lied on the application. And
so, for anyone who's not a gun person, right? If you lie on that form, such as the form that you need to fill out every time you purchase a firearm, every time, then a little part that's asterisk or whatever, it's a part of that section right below it states, if you lie on this form, it's a federal offense. Okay, you're not only subject to 1 to 10 years in prison, but you also lose any and all rights to further purchase firearms in the future. That is what he did. One of the many things that Joe Biden says that, we need more of, gun control, his son completely and totally lied on a form. If any one of us would have done that, we would have lost our rights to purchase firearms from now on. We also would have did prison time. But Joe Biden's son, perfectly totally fine. Because, the big man here will protect his little son. Go figure.
There has to be some consequence for that, and perhaps this is a way for them to avoid jail time for the president's son, Hunter Biden. This is, I say, it's unprecedented. I don't want to say it's the first in history for a criminal charge to be made against a president's son while he's in office. So we have some precedents that we are making right here.
I would agree on that. Just further into the piece here now from the Washington Post, Biden will admit to illegally possessing that gun. After his purchase
illegally possessing a firearm.
As part of the admission, he will enter a diversion program that we were just referring to, which is a lesser sentence that typically applies to people who have a substance issue. And at the time that he put in his application, he had a substance abuse problem that he lied about on the application. He was able to get the gun. Prosecutors recommend 2 years of probation.
2 years of probation. That's all he gets. 2 years.
Program. The gun charge then is removed from his record. So it's essentially expunged after 24 months, and it does not appear.
See that? After 2 years. After 2 years, he gets his rights to purchase a firearm again. Even though the first time he purchased a firearm, he did it illegally. What? Huh. Could this be more and more proof that what's the point of gun control? Right? Come on. This dude who was high as fuck bought a gun illegally and then disposed of said gun illegally is getting off scot-free. He basically got a, don't do that again, tap on the hand. You, me, anyone else? Nope. ATF, FBI, fucking DOJ, they be knocking at your goddamn door going, hey, what you got? Give me, tackling, tasering motherfuckers, shooting their dogs, all that kind of jazz. But these two can get away basically with anything. Big man over there, big man over there. Now, that's the real big man. He got like millions and millions of dollars from his son's deals with China and Russia and all that other kind of shit. These two are the leading cause of why we're even in Ukraine. But hey, there's no proof. Even though there is lots and lots and lots of proof.
This is some sort of federal charge or felony charge.
And just further to your point, this is one of the reasons that people do decide to make a plea deal to try to get this behind them. Hunter Biden is 53 years old. Charged with
why was he given a plea deal? Why was he given a plea deal? So, usually someone's given a plea deal because they have information that, the DA might want, right? That's usually how a plea deal goes. They go, okay, well, someone who's a bigger fish. If you give us this information that helps us get this bigger fish, then what we'll do is we'll give you a much lighter sentence, meaning probation, maybe a few years, whatever, right? That's usually how that works. So, is that what they're doing? Are they gonna basically use him to get his dad? Doubt that. But I mean, if that's the case, that's gonna be fucking funny. But once again, I doubt that. I can guarantee he literally just got the plea deal because he's like, well, my daddy's the president and he'll make sure you lose your job.
2017 and 2018.
Bullshit.
John Levine here as well from the New York Post. He knows the story inside and out. One of the questions has been the question of how much money Hunter Biden was getting, and we know that some of that money was some of the money that was coming in was wired to different family members.
Huh.
You know, Bill, one of the things is that when you get a decision like this, does it answer the question, or do you get to get the answers to who is the big guy? You have to imagine that Bob Alinsky, what is he thinking this morning as this all news comes to fruition? When from the beginning, if you remember the 51 security officials who said the Hunter Biden laptop was Russian disinformation.
I remember that.
To this result today.
I remember that.
The political aspects of this, Dana, and if that case moves forward that just you referred to, but these two cases are resolved. You're what, 16 months away from really the heat of a national election that Joe Biden plans to fully participate in. You can take this issue off the table. Does that help you politically during that campaign? One could argue yes, if it's resolved.
He also recently, in the recent past,
Yep.
changed lawyers. Do you remember that? So he had a legal team, and then he changed lawyers. He went with Abby Lowell. And there's so many investigations. I have to make sure I've got this right, that it's the right one. But the White House initially, or at least the Biden camp, was reportedly unhappy with that new Hunter Biden legal team because they didn't like their approach.
I wonder why, because they probably knew they were going to lose. Like, fuck.
And your son is going to be indicted and possibly face jail time. I would imagine if they thought this was coming, that this was the best thing to do to get this done now. In what is it, 14 months before?
16 roughly.
Months
what
before
is it,
the general election.
Yeah, roughly 16. That's right. So the questions that have not been answered, however, is what was going on with the Ukrainian energy company and what was going on with the money from China. And there are Republicans who will argue that you're not going to get answers on that so long as Joe Biden is in the White House and Merrick Garland is the Attorney General.
That's true.
That may or may not.
That's very true.
So oftentimes they come onto our program and argue that.
Because of Merrick Garland and because of President Biden, that stuff is not going to go anywhere, which shows you how corrupt the government is right now.
To talk to him about his finances. So
the fact of the matter is that the DOJ is in the pocket of Joe Biden. But not only the DOJ, but the ATF, the FBI, the IRS. It is just plain as day that they are in the Biden's pocket. And with the fact that the IRS with the ATF, or I should say the ATF with the help of the IRS, which are now going to FFLs to gain information on gun sales so they can make a registry of their own. A little makeshift, not registry, but registry of, okay, this person has this gun, this gun, this gun. Because what they're going to do is they're going to flag all the names, and then every single name that repeats up into that system, they're going to go, okay, they bought this gun, this gun, this gun, this gun, this gun, this gun, and they're going to make a registry. That's how they're going to do it. That's literally what the ATF is doing with the IRS. They're making a makeshift little, hey, registry of guns, which is illegal for them to do. But they're not going to say, oh, we're not making a registry. No, you're making a list of every single gun owner who purchased a gun from this specific FFL and, what type of gun it is. It does not matter how you word it, but that's exactly what you're doing. And that right there is where, the Republicans need to sit there and go, okay, we're done with you. You are abolished. You are no longer an agency. You're not getting any funding no more. You're done. Goodbye, ATF. They have proven that they are shady and underhanded, and they will do anything that Joe Biden wants. Period. And you can guarantee as soon as Joe's gone, they're going to try to prop up this motherfucker as the next Joe Biden. You can guarantee. Because, look at most of the Democrats who are actually currently in office right now, right? You have The one dude who got freaking with Fang, and he's still there, Swalwell. That dude is a fucking tool, and he's still there. You have Schiff, Shifty Schiff, who is still there. You also have that one Democratic leader who legit cheated on his wife, who had cancer. Cheated on her with, I think, his aide or some shit. I can't remember his name. This was years ago. This was 2014, I think, 2015. It was years ago. But still, he is still in office, still doing his fucking thing. And usually shit like that is what gets people to go, okay, I'm going to step out because I'm not looking too good. You know what I mean? But proof is in the pudding. The Democrats cannot be trusted when it comes to their agendas, because it's obvious. But same thing with Republicans, because a lot of Republicans are just Republican by name and not by action.
Now we are 2.5 years on from that interview, and we don't have a conclusion on that. But at that
probably not going to get one.
2020, that's when he publicly confirmed that he was under investigation.
We need to clear the swamp.
Also at the
we do. We need to get rid of all these long-term politicians. Kick them out. They need to go.
In business with his family, nor in any overseas business whatsoever. And this question has come up repeatedly on behalf of Jackie Heinrich and Peter Doocy, and the president has been rather consistent on his answers. I believe just recently he suggested that was a dumb question, and he's had various responses to that are sardonic, sarcastic along the way.
Yeah, I bet. Well, more and more proof that, oh, hey, we can do whatever we want because we're a Biden family. You, though, you have to make sure that you follow every single rule that we put in place, because if you don't, you're going to jail. That's them. Crackhead, hooker lover, gun tosser of trash can, can sit there and get away with pretty much murder. I bet he can murder someone and nothing's going to happen. How much you want to bet? He legit didn't even get in trouble for avoiding and refusing to pay child support. The amount of money he owed in child support, it was $700,000 $700 and some odd $1,000. If you miss 3 child support payments or 4, they come in after your ass if you're a normal dude. Not him. Missed child support payments, didn't have to do anything. If he has no money, like how he claimed, how do you pay the child support payments? How do you afford to be able to pay a $250,000 fine in back taxes or whatever else, right? Lying pieces of shit. And it's time that they get removed. Either they do it themselves or we do it. It's one of those two. You know what I mean? So, that's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you guys catch me for my next one. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Stay free, America. Love you guys.